Hey guys, what's going on? In this video, we're gonna talk about market bottoms. The different types of market bottoms, we can normally split them about 5 different ones. But in this video, to keep it brief, I'm just gonna show you the main difference. There is a V-shaped bottom where VIX spikes to the moon. Now, it's gonna look something like this, where the market just drops slowly for a few days, drops slowly, and then there's a climax moment where it seems like everything is just collapsing and crashing, and then immediately afterwards, it's followed by a move higher. Now, those are very easy to spot. Now, much more challenging market bottom to identify is when things like are doing this. We're going slightly higher, lower, slightly higher, lower, boom. It looks like it's a bottom, but when we bounce, everybody's still thinking, well, the bottom is definitely not in. We can definitely go lower, and then we'll go higher. And now they're saying, well, it's definitely a bear market bounce. Of course, we're going to drop lower, and then the market keeps going higher. After all, it's going to resemble this shape, which is going to look like reverse head and shoulders. And this is normally highly bullish. At times, you'll get some huge spikes to the upside. But because of the nature of this sort of bottoming process, and I want to emphasize that this is a process. At times, bottoms are shaped super fast, but in a type of market where VIX is just reluctant to spike above key levels, which a key level for VIX right now is about 34, 36 level. We cannot get a super big move to the downside unless VIX breaks above 34, 36 level. And because VIX is in a range between 20 and 30 for the majority of the time, you have market doing this, doing this, doing this. So what do you do? How do you actually identify whether this is a bottom or not? Well, you have to look at multiple sectors simultaneously. See, a V-shaped bottom, which is also, if you study the 30 mark move formula, those are some of your killer days where you make a ton of money, because this is oftentimes will coincide on the last drop before the market reverses. Is going to be an exact replica of a move 13 formation when we're looking at the chart. But these are relatively easy to identify. These are much harder to identify. So oftentimes when we get a V drop followed by strong bounce, a lot of sectors, they're going to bottom at the same identical moment. And in this sort of bottom information in the stock market, you're going to have a very different moments for when certain sectors are bottoming. So therefore, since everything is not just collapsing all at once, that is the reason why VIX is not moving higher, or it's not breaking out higher. VIX could be moving higher, but it's not a move, for example, from 28 to 36 in one day, like we've seen in some of the big moves where the bottoms are shaped like this. So you have to go and look at different sectors and identify what's really happening in the market. So over the course of the last 60 days, we brought your attention to multiple sectors. A lot of them I've put together in the video that's called 13 bullish signs that nobody's paying attention to. And so not so long ago, basically said, listen, it's a Bitcoin bottom. So we've identified first the Bitcoin bottom. I've shown you guys the chart of that. Then we've identified the bottom on S&P. If you were trading futures with me on a couple of moments when S&P really dipped to like 3,500 level, there's been multiple alerts sent out. Buy, ES futures, buy now at 3,500, 3,520. So just the moment we're touching on a couple of instances to the 3,500 handle, we were buying SPX. So that was the bottom. So Bitcoin bottom first. And if you look for the history of 30 Market Moves channel, you're able to go back through time where I used to post videos how Bitcoin a lot of times is just going to be step ahead of the S&P 500. Going back to the magnificent example dating to 2017 in December, where Bitcoin begins to crash first, right about 30 days before the rest of the market begins to tank. So Bitcoin was, in a way, a leading indication of what S&P 500 was going to do next. And at times this correlation is going to be lost, but recently this is exactly the mirror of that sort of correlation. So basically, once we identify the bottom in Bitcoin, okay, so here's crypto bottoming, okay? Second, after that, we had a bottom in S&P 500, right about 3,500 level. From there, we bounced. Okay, so now we got two sectors that have found the bounce at the bottom and bounced. The next in line was the Chinese stocks. In one of the recent videos today, I've showed you the alert where we're buying BABA at 59 bucks, right? I mean, such a great company. I mean, all of these crazy, and everybody just keeps selling until the one day where you just wake up and like it just can't go any lower, and it's just like boom, and they're still selling it. So we were able to catch the bottom in Chinese stocks, and so we bought Baidu calls, we bought BABA calls, and over the next couple of days, they all went higher. It looks like we're retesting slightly closely, but I don't think we're going to revisit the bottom that we've seen recently in Chinese stocks. So altogether, it's a bottom. So now we got 3 sectors participating in a bottoming process. So it's Bitcoin first, then S&P 500 next, then Chinese stocks representing the entire Chinese sector overall, bottoming next. Then I posted a video about TLT saying, hey, the chart of TLT just looks so ugly. Okay, it just can't get uglier than this. It's a bottom. When the chart is this ugly by TLT, I've pointed out a level like 93. I said we could be going back to 100. So far from 93, we went to like 98. So it's a big move for bonds. It's not a big move for a stock, but for bonds, it's a big move. And so we've nailed the bottom on bonds. And then just when you think like, hey, we've seen it all, we get something that we haven't seen in years, right? It's a bottom in FANG. So the question is, we got a bottom in Bitcoin, we got a bottom in S&P, we got a bottom in Chinese stocks, we got a bottom in bonds, we got a bottom in FANG. What happens next? Okay, well, the answer is, what else is stopping? So we can look at situations like recently I posted the video, okay, well, USD is stopping. At the same time, all these sectors are bottoming within a week or 2 weeks apart from each other. Okay, well, you can expect a top in USD. So USD, since we posted the video, it's down. And any indication USD could possibly spike slightly higher, it's just going to continue to form that top. So that's your opportunity to buy some. Look, there's some, when USD is going to confirm the top today, tomorrow, you can put together, just understanding this, some incredible trades. Okay, but this is sort of the background, the layout. So once we know all these stops have been set, okay, what you don't want to do is every time the market drops, you don't want to be, oh my God, no, we haven't bottomed, we haven't crashed. Like, you have an overwhelming evidence. Okay, I can bring up all the charts and all of these things and show you we've reached the bottom here, bottom. The rest of the world is highly bearish. All the end is highly bearish. This doesn't get better than this. This is why all the options are so mispriced. So, and that's how you arrive first by understanding, okay, we're not shorting the market when so many sectors are bottoming within such a short distance from each other time-wise. And so when you see the next chart, something like this, right? What is this? Well, that's S&P 500. It looks like a crash, right? When does this happen? This happens at like 4:20, 4:30 on the 27th of October. That's when we send multiple alerts. I'm going to show you exactly when this is happening. Okay, this is how options get really mispriced, because all the bears, like, yeah, sure, we got a confirmation. Sure, we're dropping. And so options get really mispriced. It opens like that. You can pick up something for, especially in the out of money strike, you can pick some crazy stuff like for pennies, literally for pennies. So this is how you're able to produce like a 100x trade. So, and you would think like, why the hell would you do that, Leo? Damn, look at this. This was Amazon. So Leo, you were going into Amazon's earnings as being highly bullish. And so now obviously you're wrong. Well, guys, this is what I'm going to tell you. The market's going to challenge you to the next each and every fucking time, okay? And so if you're going to give in, like if at this moment I would have given in and said, no, guys, I'm fucking wrong. Amazon is crashing. There's no way we're going to get a rally in FANG at this point. Holy shit. Okay, but this is exactly what I'm doing, because I've already made up my mind. I've laid out the plan that based on everything I'm looking at the market has bottomed. So when the market has bottomed, and at this point, we're going through the second variation of the bottoming process, when stocks or other things, when they're doing this is time to buy, not to sell. But imagine if you're in the alert group and you're getting messages from me, buy Amazon, and you're looking at this and you're like, holy shit, he lost his fucking mind. And so as you're thinking this, You're seeing all these messages that are going through, Let me show you. Let me show you all the messages that you would have been getting at that very moment. October 27th, let me rewind this back just a little bit. This is October 27th right here. Everything is crashing. Look at all the alerts we're sending you. Okay, so there it is. Calls. First, we had a bottom in bonds. Second, we had a bottom in Chinese stocks. Today, we have a bottom in FANG. When are you getting this? At 410. 410 on the 27th, right after the market is closing and everything is crashing. Buy Amazon shares now. See, the fact that Amazon is dropping doesn't make me rethink my bullish stance. I've already calculated my bullish stance ahead of that. I've already calculated the 13 market move sequence. My goal is to get you in on the best possible entry. Now, I mean, if you're trading SPY, okay, good luck. I can't get you in at 430 on SPY. You can't trade options on stocks or SPY at 430. But you can on S&P 500 futures. That's my whole point. In many videos, I'm trying to make sure you guys have your account set up for success. Now, watch. At 430, buy ES calls. You will pay cash for your house tomorrow. This fucking market is about to bust the fuck out. 4,000 ES possible tomorrow. Hurry, buy ES calls. Look at the time of these messages. 435, 435, buy. Stop fucking crying. Buy the shit out of calls. USD and VIX about to crash. Buy calls on S&P 500 futures. Buy Bitcoin. Buy calls. Hurry. Don't be the market's bitch. Don't be saying like, oh my God, it's dropping, and just sit there and watch in fear. Conquer your fear. Buy calls now. Sending you some pictures of what's about to happen next. Get on the fucking rocket. Let's go. At 4:43. This is how the bottom looks, just in case you've never seen one. Move 13 in the making. At 4:47 p.m., while things are still collapsing. Call your friends and tell them to buy now. ES calls, S&P 500 calls. Whether you see it or not, history is made tonight. Buy calls now. Transfer extra money to your accounts now. Buy this market tomorrow. Buy. Everyone and their mother-in-law is buying puts. Be fucking better than that. History. You won't be able to buy Amazon for $89 ever again. Now, catch the next morning. Okay, buy more calls. We're not saying, oh my God, guys, thank God the market reversed and we're up. Let's collect gains. No, we know it's a move 13. My goal as your coach to hold your hand, make sure you're not jumping the fuck out too early. We're adding calls, RUM calls, FSLR calls, calling calls, MDB calls. We keep buying calls. Look, at 9:53, I'm sending a message. We could see ES 3900 by lunch. Missed that target by like an hour. By 1 o'clock, we're at $3,900 on S&P. Guys, that's 150 points higher from where we were buying the market the day before when everything looks like it was fucking collapsing. Much bigger move in the making, guys. We keep rolling higher. Friday, we finished at the highs of the day in the market. And when the market closed, we're still going higher. Never blinked once. You cannot be the market's bitch and beat this fucking market. Be better than that. Learn the 13 market moves. Stick to your plan 100% of the times. That's how you get 100x trade. Okay, so at the moment, everything is collapsing. You may not be able to see it. You may not be able to see the next move because emotionally you're so focused. Oh shit, it's dropping. It's collapsing. But this is exactly the moment that you will get your best entry. So fast forward to just 24 hours beyond that. Okay, we're buying Amazon where? At the fucking lows. If you were trying to sign up for the alerts and you didn't understand our course curriculum and didn't understand all the things that we're looking at, would you have bought here? Now that you've seen this, you'd be like, oh, Leo, sure I would have bought that. You're a fucking liar, okay? Because you were shitting in your pants right here, okay? You were getting the fuck out. There's no way in the world that you would have been looking at this crash and said, oh, Leo, yeah, let me go ahead and buy some calls. As a matter of fact, I have guys sitting with money on sidelines that came up with excuses not to buy this, okay? Yeah, and they're fucking crying now. Hey, I'll tell you a story. There was a guy on an airplane, okay? Listen, here's the next slide, okay? So there was a guy on the airplane that Mike was trying to get in touch with at $40K to invest. If you would have just invested in this S&P 500 trade, buying ES puts at the moment, Mike was trying to give him the alert. Guess what? The guy would have made $2 million, $2.6 million overnight. if you would have stayed with the trade. Guess what the guy said? Well, but I'm on the plane, but they're about to cut off my internet. But I'm like, motherfucker, look, they're not cutting your internet. You're still texting Mike. Okay? How you be, motherfucker? You could be placing the trade right now. What the fuck are you doing? Dude, it's 2 million. Do you not fucking understand that there are going to be moments in the market that you got to make a decision super fucking fast? Or you will be wondering, why I wonder why I can't make it in trade, and well, I wonder, you're going to be wondering for the rest of your fucking life. Grow some balls and get ready to make decisions. Understand why you're making them. For that reason, you should take all of our courses. Don't be like, well, this month I'm going to take this course, and maybe next year I'm going to take all the fucking courses. Do you want to miss on the next $2 million? Do you want to be this fucking guy on the airplane? Mike, my internet is not working. I'm on the plane. I can still text you, but I cannot take the trade. Fucking bullshit. Grow some fucking balls. So the next point is this. Man up, but understand why you're doing things, because not only was important to from here, right? I mean, I'm showing you this. Okay, we're going through this on Amazon. We're going through this on S&P 500. And then now we're in S&P 500. We're doing this. All of this is happening within 24 hours. If you don't have your shit together, okay, I promise you, every time, look, so market opens, we bounce, we drop. What do? I tell you what 99% of the traders do. They shit in their pants to get out. Then we bounce again. They're like, oh, thank God for the few percent that are left in there. And then we drop again. And what do? They're like, oh my God, sure enough. Oh no, we're collapsing again. You have to be tough. In order to stay with the entire move, you have to have the experience. You have to be tough as fuck. Okay, that's why I'm saying if you haven't worked out in a while, go work. Like, develop a discipline to work out. You don't have to be the toughest guy in the gym, but just because you're going at 6:30 in the morning, or for some of you it could be at 9, you can go at 7 at night. But just do it. Just do it once a day, so you can develop a discipline. So when the market is throwing snowballs at you like this, where you like every time the market dips, you're rethinking your strategy. Oh my God, I should have bought puts. I should have bought puts. And then you're just making wrong decisions every time it dips. You're questioning your decision. Okay, I'm telling you, you're not a bad trader if you're doing that. Okay, what makes you a bad trader is the fact that you've been doing this again and again and again, and you've been fucking making the same fucking mistakes again and again and again. So the whole point is I invite you to develop a discipline where you will be tough 100% of the time, not on the one day where you feel good, not on the one day where, you know, everything looks cozy and nice and the market opens up in your favor if you're holding calls. What are you going to do if the market doesn't open up in your favor? Okay, you're going to get the fuck out of your trade because other YouTube channels are telling you, well, you should have a fucking stop loss. You should have this. You should have that. Yeah, that's why those motherfuckers never talk about 50x trades or 70x trades or 100x trades. So be tough. Markets are tough. Okay, the greatest thing you can accomplish is find the beat of the market. Have the same beat. Feel it. Okay, 100% of the time. It's not going to be impossible to accomplish it every day. But for the few days that you can, when you're trading weekly options, guys, you're thinking about paying off your house, you can fucking do it in the next 2 weeks. Okay? I'm serious about it. It's not going to happen for all of you because most of you are going to be listening to this video like, yeah, I'm ready. And then when you're in the trade, you're going to jump the fuck out. I promise you it happens to 90% of the guys. That's why they don't make the fucking money. So the question should be, how do you understand the curriculum? How do you actually make stuff happen? How do you train yourself not to jump out when the market, when the market is doing this? How do you build the stamina, the mental strength to actually pull the trigger at the right fucking moment? Because those are your best entries. And the reason most of the traders never fucking make it, because at those moments, they don't have the balls to pull the trigger. Because they don't understand why they're in the trade. They don't understand why the next move is gonna be a bullish move instead of a bearish move. So you could be looking at the markets today, you're like, oh, Leo, you said there's going to be a short squeeze, but the market is fucking dropping. Fucking great. Hallelujah. Buy the shit out of calls. Okay, maybe the drop is not as substantial, as significant as it was, just a few days ago. But this is your opportunity. I've just shown you that the market has bottomed in many sectors. So buying the dip now makes sense. While the rest of the world is still not fucking convinced. They gotta be convinced about going bullish exactly at the fucking moment when 13 market moves is gonna be going bearish. Just don't be one of those fucking guys, because right now you have a choice. Sign up now and let's fucking roll.